Okay. So you're going to start standing up. Come towards the front of your mat. Bring your feet together. Take a deep, full inhale. Lift up. And then as you exhale, bend your knees. Slowly fold yourself forward. Inhale, find your halfway, look up. Exhale, to fold again. Bend your knees. Step your left foot back into a lunge. Take your left knee down to the floor. And then slowly bring yourself up. You can always support yourself with your hands. Draw your belly in. Find a little lift here. And then exhale. Maybe lunge a little deeper. Find a little balance here. And then slowly bring your hips on top of that left knee again. Take your inhale. You take your arm up as you inhale. As you exhale, stretch it over to the right side. And take a deep breath into the whole left side of your body. And then slowly bring yourself back. Take both hands down to the mat. Lift your left knee. Spin the back heel flat and then pivot to the left side. And this time we're going to keep the toes pointing out and the heels drawing in. Bend your knees. Bring your elbows to the insides of your thighs and then gently press out here. So you want to be careful that your knees are not knocking in. If that happens, just let your feet follow and draw them in line or bring them in line with your thighs here. And also see wherever you are. Maybe find a little openness here, a little sway from side to side. And a good stretch here for the adductors, obviously the inner thighs and the groins as well. Take a deep inhale, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, slowly straighten your legs again. Point the toes in. Or in fact, let's pivot over to the left side, straight back into our lunge. Take your right knee down to the floor. As you inhale, bring both arms up. Or maybe take your hands to your thighs here. You can always support yourself here. As you exhale, release. And if you want a little bit more of that stretch here for the side body, but also for the right thigh here, reach your arms up. And then slowly bring your hips back on top of that right knee. Stretch your right arm above your head as you simply relax your left hand down onto your left thigh. Inhale, filling up into your rib cage. And exhale completely. And then inhale, slowly bring yourself back. Take your hands back down to the mat. Lift your right knee. And again, I'm just simply going to pivot over to the side. Let the toes point in. Take an inhale to lengthen. And then exhale, fold a little deeper. And again, maybe take your hands down to your legs. Maybe down to the floor. Maybe come halfway. Keep your hands on your hips. And then as you exhale, maybe fold a little deeper. And then I'm going to twist back towards the front of your mat. Take your left knee down to the floor again. As you inhale, reach both arms up. When you come into a gentle twist here, so bring your palms in front of your heart. And then bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee here. And if you can't comfortably touch or wrap your elbow to the outside, you can always extend that left arm and then work on lengthening and opening your chest up like this. Or you bring your palms together and twist it out to the side. I'm going to just do that again for you on this side. So you can either bring your elbow to the outside, then draw your palms together. Or again, if that's not a happy place for you to be in today, you can always extend your arm, come a little bit higher here, and then find a little lift here, unravel your right shoulder, maybe even reach your arms up, or your right arm up. Take a deep breath here. And as you exhale, slowly look down, and let's change sides. So lift your left knee up, and then slowly pivot over to the other side. Take your right knee down to the floor. And same here, so find a little length in your spine first. So either take your right arm over to the side to find a little twist so you can unravel your spine and find a little bit of that twist in your mat back. Or you can bring your elbow to the outside, bring your palms together, then roll your left shoulder back. So you always want to find that openness in your chest here. So take a deep full breath. And exhale completely, maybe draw your belly away from that left thigh a little bit more. Maybe look down if you need a little bit more balance. And then slowly release your hands down to the mat. And then slowly lift your right knee up again. Step it forward into your stand. Take an inhale here to lengthen. And then exhale, slowly release. And then slowly bring yourself all the way back up from here. So I'm going to get into the hips and the groins and the adductors a little bit more, a little bit of that external rotation as you bring your feet kind of mat width distance, a little further than hip width distance away, and you can always adjust as much as you need to as we go along. So as you inhale, reach both arms all the way up. Bring your palms together in front of your heart and sit down towards your heels here. So your heels may lift up as you come up here, as you move down. There's a little bit more of that effort or strength involved in the shin bones, the muscles alongside the shin bones. But see whether you can still find a little bit of that length and that openness. So you can draw your palms towards your heart, so your elbows to the inside of your thighs here, your knees, and then find that inhale to lengthen. And then exhale, maybe soften through your neck a little bit more, maybe soften through your face a little bit more. And then pause here for a few rounds of breath. And again, if you want to make it a little easier to find a little support, you can take a mat, a rolled up mat, or maybe a couple of books, or again, pillows, anything that can elevate your heels where you can step on here, to find a little support here. So that's, again, going to make it a little easier. And you can work a little bit more on that opening within the hips, but also finding that length within the spine. So you always want to find that openness within your breath, unobstruct your breath to breathe nice and easy, breathe nice and free. Maybe just close your eyes here for another couple of breaths. Exhale, maybe find even more length through your spine. And then slowly release your hands, remove the block or the bolster or the mat if you've got one, and sit back, give your legs a little wriggle, a little stretch here. I always feel a little tight after our yogi squat. But then we're going to cross our legs again, and kind of slide your knees a little closer together. If that's way too much, you can always bring your knees a little away from each other. So you want to make somewhat like a diamond shape, or like a triangle, I suppose, with your shin bones somewhat parallel towards each other. So the feet somewhat underneath your knees. And as you inhale, find a little length. You can always stay here with your hands behind you, so you can find a little release through the hip flexors. So find a little bit of that lift. Notice any sensations there, what's happening there. If that's a lot to work on already, stay here. And if you want to move a little deeper into the pose, keep that length through your lower back here. And as you exhale, slowly fold yourself forward. You can take your hands, kind of walk them forward ever so slightly. And again, as you inhale, maybe come back a little. And then as you exhale, slowly release into the stretch a little deeper. And again, maybe come up a little. And then exhale, release. So you want to work with these wave-like motions within your breath, within your movements, and throughout any pose, really. Never pushing, never forcing yourself. And just kind of notice the sensations along the way and really tune in to find the more subtle sensations within as well. Let's take another couple of breaths here. And then slowly bring yourself all the way back up. And let's change the crossing of the legs here. So bring the other shin bone in front. And again, see whether you can maybe draw the knees in towards each other ever so slightly. So the feet move somewhat underneath your knees. Maybe wriggle back a little here. And then find that length again as you inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly fold yourself forward. And you're probably going to feel that in the other side of the hip. So it depends on which shin bone you've got in front. Draw your belly in, find that length. And then as you exhale, keep that length in your spine as you fold yourself a little deeper. Again, notice if you feel the urge to force yourself into the stretch. Simply come back up and find a little gravity taking a hold of you here. So find a little of that gentle release. Allowing your body to relax into the position a little deeper. So you want to be working with your body rather than fighting against. And find that softening around the neck and around your face. And finding that deep breath all the way down into the lower lungs, into the back of your lungs. Let's take another deep full breath. And slowly bring yourself all the way back up. Bring your knees together, maybe help them along with your hands, and then simply roll onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest, and squeeze it in. And then stretch your legs out to the front, or out to the mat. And give your legs a little shake here. Bring your arms by your side, take a deep, full breath in. And then exhale, drop in completely. Nothing to do. No place to be. Just allow your body to just melt into the mat. Notice any remaining areas of tension or tightness within your body. Finding that conscious release, but also finding that energy settle down. And as always, stay here as long as you have time. Or if you're doing the practice in the evening, you can roll straight into that. And if you're coming out, bring your arms above your head. Give yourself a really good stretch. Bring your knees into your chest. Gently press yourself back up into a seat. Maybe keep your eyes closed or your gaze down. Let's take one last deep full breath. And then exhale completely. And bring your palms in front of your heart, gaze down towards your fingertips. A little moment here of gratitude towards yourself and your practice and your body, and for our ability to make a shift within our body, but also within our awareness, within our mind. Grateful for finding that strength and that love within us to step onto a mat and take care of ourselves. Thank you so much. Namaste. Well done.